What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
Your
I don't say a lot of consonants, okay?
words are bad right now.
Alright, ready?
I feel like we're about to report the news.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host with the most, and this is my beautiful wife, my life, and this is Married with Kids. Today's topic is things that you might have missed in It, Chapter 1 from 2017.
Great film.
Great film. One of my favorite horror movies.
Of all time.
Yeah,
Don't
I
at
would agree.
me. And not because it's like so terrifying. There's scares in it, but it's just well done.
So the very first one we're going to talk about is something that Katie noticed. Throughout the movie, you see this kids' television show that's all over everybody's TVs. You see it, Eddie's mom's watching it, Beverly's dad's watching it, Henry's dad is watching it too. And you hear them say things like, oh, go play in the sewers, it's okay, it's fun, you should come down here. But what she noticed is that when you look at the kids that are in the audience, they're actually the kids that have disappeared.
Patrick Hocksetter, Betty Ripsum, which are really the main two that go missing in this movie.
You could clearly see there's blood all over this guy's shirt. This chick is super dirty. You could tell that they're the kids that have disappeared. Really interesting, and I'm surprised.
Added level of creepiness.
And
This weird lady and her dead kids
and
chanting.
I'm really surprised that nobody else has noticed this. Kudos to you for
I'm
finding
not
that.
surprised.
It's pretty awesome. So the next ones that we're going to talk about are, throughout the movie, there's a couple hidden Pennywises that you might not have noticed. So in terms of the hidden Pennywises, there's a couple of them. The first one is when Ben is in the library and he's looking through his book, he's fanning through the book. In one of the shots in the background, there's a blurry image of Pennywise that you might not have seen. You actually...
The Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt was this disaster. It was at a factory. They had this big Easter egg hunt for the kids, and the factory blew up all the kids. And it turns out Pennywise is behind it. And when Ben is flipping through the book, you see the blurry picture of Pennywise in the background, meaning he was there. He was the culprit.
Was the Easter egg hunt in the book?
Yes.
Book stuff. She read the book. I asked her questions about the book because I don't read.
He doesn't know how to read. Stephen King, first of all, is nuts. He is nuts. There's so many things they can't include in the movie. They tried to touch on certain things in this movie to pay tribute to the book, but if you haven't read it, it all goes right over your head.
It's a little frustrating because if you haven't seen the first one or if you haven't read the book, there's references in the movie that you don't understand, that you're not going to get. So the other hidden Pennywise is outside the butcher, the wall. When they're talking to Ben after he gets cut by Henry, Pennywise appears on the wall, and you can see it right here.
Ew. It's supposed to insinuate that he's always there, ever present, always watching, waiting. Creepy.
So another thing that you might have missed is that the adults are all under the influence of Pennywise to some degree. Even when Georgie gets killed, you can see that the lady sees that something happened to the kid. She doesn't do anything about it. You can see when Ben's getting attacked by Henry and his goons, there's a balloon in the car. The people see it happening. They don't care. Everybody's watching that creepy show.
Everyone sees that stuff, but these other adults are influenced in a different way.
Yeah.
They're not ignorant to what's going on. They become like menacing, I guess you would say. Especially this old bat. I cannot.
Yeah, so back in the scene with Ben in the librarian, she asks him, like, why do you need all these books or whatever? She's in the background just staring at him.
It's an old woman. You know how I feel about old women. Stop. We need to further discuss this because she is not only like broad-shouldered, leaning forward, but fully in the background. If you don't know to look for her, you do not notice. Smiling.
Everybody in the library is frozen too.
No.
There's another instance of this when they're in the park with the Paul Bunyan statue. They're talking about what they're scared of. Richie says, I'm scared of clowns, and he turns around, sees the clown, and gestures towards him. After that happens, in the background, the clown is staring at Richie again. Some creepy stuff going on. One of the more subtle things that you wouldn't notice unless you read the book is that in that same scene where Pennywise shows up on the wall of the butcher shop, there's a mural that deals with the 1929 gang, the Bradley gang. You wouldn't even know who they are if you didn't read the book. I don't know who they are because I didn't read the book, but
I know who they are. It's like a mob type of thing.
Okay.
It's like a mob thing. But it's weird because when you're reading the book, the mob has this like shootout with regular citizens that don't want the gang there, and a bunch of people died. And Pennywise is the culprit, but it's like Pennywise is responsible for like terrible things. This thing didn't seem so terrible. This mob got in a shootout with these citizens that didn't want them there, and it was the bad guys who died. The mob, the Bradley gang, all got murdered. Good for them for defending their little city. Don't be coming around around here if you're in the mob.
The next stuff that you might not have noticed in the movie is easy to overlook if you haven't read the book. Again, just like the Bradley gang. There's a scene where Pennywise is coming after the kids in the house, and you see his hand kind of contort and get all furry and stuff, and that's a werewolf hand. And that's
his face a little bit.
His face kind of elongates a little bit. That is a nod to Richie being scared of the werewolves in the classic horror movies.
In the book, Ben's fear is mummies, and Ben sees a mummy walking that river that the gay guy gets thrown into. In the first scene, it freezes over, and Ben's walking home from school one day, and there's a mummy walking on the ice and is coming at him. At the end, when the mummy attacks Ben, that is also a nod to the book. But it's just like, why do you change it and then nod to it? Like, just make it what it is.
Playing off that too, Bill wears a shirt, the Tracker Brothers trucking shirt. That's a nod to the book. Richie wears a Freeze's shirt, which is a place he used to hide from bullies, and that's another nod to the book. And then Eddie is wearing a Christine shirt, which is a nod to Stephen King. That's another Stephen King book/movie where the car comes alive and kills people. And then there's also the Bob Gray beer that's in the movie too, that is also a nod to Pennywise's real name is Bob Gray. Another one that you might not have noticed is the turtle. The turtle is the main protagonist of...
Also another thing that you would not understand.
You wouldn't know that if you didn't read the book. So the turtle is the protagonist of the whole Pennywise
The turtle is the opposite
lore.
of Pennywise. The turtle is the good.
They're both extra-dimensional beings. When Bill sees Georgie in the hallway and he gets scared...
He's holding
a
Lego
he's
turtle.
Holding the
Because he had
Lego
gone
turtle.
into Georgie's room. Georgie had built that. He carried it out and he
So
dropped
there's a turtle there, and then when all the friends are swimming in that quarry or whatever it is, one of them says, I think I just felt a turtle. So that's a nod to the book too.
And
but
also,
another thing that you wouldn't
turtles
understand if you were watching it.
Are ever present because the turtle is also and in the book the turtle is like what's watching out for them. It's one of the reasons why Pennywise can't get at them, why they live through things that you're like, if Pennywise is all-powerful, crazy evil being, there's several reasons why he can't, but the turtle is one of them. Watching out for them. There's some sort of magic going on there. Maybe J.K. Rowling wrote it, I don't know.
So that's a bunch of stuff that you might have missed in
Probably did.
Yeah, stuff that you probably missed in It Chapter 1 from 2017. We're really looking forward to seeing the second movie, and
so excited.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I hope that there's an It maze at like Not Scary Farm or something.
So we hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully we'll make something on It Chapter 2 too once that comes out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and check out some of our other videos, and suggest some new topics down below. Comment down there, and or send us a message or whatever you need to do. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys.
And that's the T on It Chapter 1 2017.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.